I'm off the field. There's like 3 cameras on me now.
There is 3 cameras. This is like a stream camera, but
All right, so I gotta focus on this one.
Yeah, that's the one we're focusing on.
Okay. All right, now at least I know what camera to look at. Don't only be distracted with the phone camera. And then they got the screen
that's right.
here.
The screen's right there.
And
You
then
always get
checking
distracted by
like
the screen.
the chats and stuff I'm in, so everyone can say hi.
So I'm guessing you want to do the intro then?
Well, I mean, probably, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead then.
Well, yeah, this is Brothers by Law podcast. I'm half your host, Thomas.
And I'm your other half, Jeffrey Stiff.
And today we're talking about aliens in outer space.
You already forgot the intro, didn't you?
I totally forgot it already. We just talked about it.
We did. We were sitting there talking about the title of the intro. We're like, Mysteries of Outer Space.
Mysteries of Outer Space.
And you're just like,
I forgot it. I forgot it.
So actually, this is a different podcast. We are actually streaming live. So if you guys are out there watching us, hi.
Hello, our viewers live.
Oh, yeah. I'm pointing at the wrong camera.
And hello, our going to listen to us later on because you're lame and didn't watch us live.
It's been an interesting setup because originally I had everything going for non-live. And the moment we went to try and do live stuff,
everything went downhill.
Software kept flaking out. And I don't know. So those out there have been following us on Facebook. I've been posting stuff about me fixing up a new computer, and it's been kind of buggy, but it's finally up and running, but all my previous configurations are gone, so I'm trying to figure out what has changed.
Yeah.
It's been kind of fun. But yeah, as we do this podcast, we're going to be playing a game called Bean Boozled.
So if you hear random noises of
crunching and munching and
yeah, well, that's because we picked a nasty flavored bean. So, I mean, I guess if anyone who doesn't know what Bean Boozled is, it's from Jelly Bean, Jelly Belly. There are a couple different flavors of jelly beans. There's 2 flavors per jelly bean. One is super good and one is super disgusting. So you get a little dial we get to spin.
Yep.
And then we find that jelly bean and we eat it and hope it's a good one.
Yeah, we hope.
Because there are some gross flavors out there.
I'm going to pop everything out. So this is something new we're decided to try is like play games while we talk about a subject.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping we're not too distracted by the games. Well, we'll see.
I think, yeah, it should be okay. It'd be funny for the people probably listening are going to be a little, but people are like watching the video. They're going to be laughing.
Yeah.
Because they get to be able to see the facial reactions as we get something disgusting. The listeners will just be hearing us going like, oh God.
All right. So let's just jump right into the topic then.
All right.
Outer space.
Outer space.
Mystery. So, I'm not sure exactly where you want to begin, but the thing that always like been mysterious to me is like black holes.
Yeah.
Whether or not it could like drop into another dimension or something.
Black holes are a huge mystery. Like they are crazy. It's like they could like devour everything in sight, but it makes you think like, could just one black hole be slowly devouring everything?
You know, I think there's I mean, I don't know how much has been proven. I know a lot of it's...
Somebody's talking.
Someone's talking to us? Okay. I think we're good.
I don't know.
I just ate a jelly bean and it was coconut. We're good.
Oh, a coconut one.
Anyways.
Lucky you.
But I know, like, they talked about the center of the Milky Way being a black hole, which would be crazy because eventually you'd be, like, sucked into it.
Yeah.
And you'd be dead. Like, how do you avoid that? Or maybe the center of the universe is... What if all the black holes are sucking in and the center of the universe is blowing out, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm just brainstorming here. Like, I don't know. Black holes always been kind of interesting.
It smells horrible.
Oh, jeez. What'd you get?
Back to the popcorn or rotten egg. I don't want to eat it.
You gotta try it, man. You gotta try it. For the black holes. He looks already disgusted.
That was rotten egg.
Oh. I'm not sure if popcorn would have been much better.
No, popcorn was good. I had it the other day when we recorded with...
Oh, yeah.
The other
Yeah, you were
guys.
like, that's not too bad. I know a lot of people don't like popcorn, though. He's chugging some water.
Let's get down. Oh, it's going to be stuck in my mouth.
Yeah. So, do you think, like, if you, like, dropped into a black hole, like, it would help you, like, travel through time and space?
I don't know. I mean, from my understanding of black holes, you get stuck in a black hole, you're just gone. Like, it just devours everything.
I think it's most people's understanding, but there's also like theories on what happens if you go through it. Like, I think people think there might possibly be an exit.
To what, though?
I don't know.
Deeper, mysterious universe?
What if it's a hole to the other side? Like, so you think of like a universe as like a flat plane, right? Mm-hmm. And you think of like a black hole like pushing in. What if like we're on one plane of the universe? What if there's a second plane on the other side where the hole exits out?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna be reading the comments?
Yeah, yeah, people commenting. I want to see what they're saying.
I'm trying not to be too distracted.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna happen.
This is a very different. Oh man, I got the same one as you got last time.
Bernie bots.
Butter, popcorn, and rotten eggs.
Ooh.
I already see one right here.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's this interesting theory about the black holes. Like, how are we ever gonna find out though?
You go through one. That's how you find out.
Yeah, I mean, how close are we to being able to test that?
Like today, how close we are?
Yeah.
I think we're really off because, I mean, getting to a black hole would take a hot minute.
Yeah. It's like by the time we get to the black hole, the people in the thing, if we actually send people, and of course, then if we send out like a basically robotically controlled spaceship to the black hole, there's no, like, if it gets devoured, we have no clue. Who knows if it goes through and it survives? And
right, but you have to go through.
Yeah, no. So like a live human, but a live person or being,
I think it'd be hard
dead by the time it gets anywhere near the black hole.
Well, yeah, and then not only that, but you got to think of the gravitational mass. Like, you'd probably get crushed.
Yeah, was that a good one? Was it popcorn?
That was popcorn. I don't like popcorn.
No.
So it was one of those like, it was all right.
So, I guess sort of in the sense of what happens with the black hole. One of the theories for like why we may not have seen extraterrestrial life is the Great Filter theory.
Oh, great.
Have you heard of the Great Filter theory?
Maybe, but I don't. I'm not sure about the term. The
Basically,
Great Filter, so.
you just gotta think of it as like when you're making coffee, and you have the filter there. The water gets through, but the beans don't. So water hits the beans, make the coffee. So it's like a filter making it. So basically, like nothing can get through, except for what's supposed to get through, type deal. So basically, we're like getting ready to hit that great filter. We may or may not pass through it.
Oh, you mean
so basically it's like a cutoff for civilization.
Where life can't get. Yes.
So basically, like all these different civilizations have tried to gone through, but they get cut off and.
I've heard of something like that. I've never heard it called the Great Filter.
There's a million different names for it. Coconut or spoiled milk.
Oh, actually, the coconut one's not bad.
I think it's this one.
But yeah, no, I've heard of that because like there's
so
different.
horrible.
There's different tiers to civilization, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as you go along, it's really hard. Like I think we're basically at that borderline of hard to get past our tier of civilization.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, at this point, we could possibly kill each other. What'd you get?
Spoiled milk.
I'm not sure if you're a coconut fan, so.
I love coconut.
Oh, okay.
I don't like spoiled milk.
He's dying over here, and I'm just talking. Like, yeah, keep going.
And, like, the whole, you eat a jelly bean, just adds, like, that chewiness to it. So it's like you're actually, like, you just took a drink of spoiled milk.
Should like ground it up and put it in your water. Be drinking spoiled milk for a while.
But yeah, back to what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I was saying like I think we're basically almost at that wall.
Yeah.
Where after we get past all this, we should be able to communicate effectively and branch out.
Yeah.
Versus right now, we're starting to get to the point where we're learning how to all communicate together, but if we don't surpass this point, most likely we'll like end up killing each other.
Mm-hmm. Well, another couple theories. So we're going off with like the communication. Is that
cake? I hope I get birthday cake.
Either we're just too impatient, and like maybe just hasn't reached anybody yet, because we've been sending out signals to outer space.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it's just we're just being too impatient and like, oh, no one's contacted us yet, or that they're on a different frequency than us. So, like, we can't communicate with them, no matter how hard we try. Dirty dishwater.
Yeah, I got dirty dishwater. I was so happy about the birthday cake. I didn't even read the other one. Oh.
It's like it's another thing. They just could be just on a different frequency. So the signals we're sending, they're not getting because it's like,
Yeah.
And then what they're sending us back or whatever, we're not touching.
Well, that's just so weird because like they're pretty sure that a civilization, like an advanced civilization, would still use radio waves for communication.
Oh God.
What? What'd you get?
Tutti Frutti or Stinky Socks?
Oh, I love the Tutti Frutti.
I think this is.
He's like,
Maybe.
oh, jeez. I don't know. There's also that theory of like there is no other extraterrestrial life out there.
There are only we are just basically alone.
Because like the more the more we understand the universe and what it takes for a civilization to become into existence, the more we realize it is extremely rare and hard.
Yeah.
And there becomes more factors like when we're looking at the few planets out in the universe that could support life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So far, we haven't found any life on them, but as we start like looking more deep into it, we find reasons for it to be kind of hard for life to exist on those planets.
That's a good one.
Oh, you got Tutti Frutti, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Or did you get Stinky Socks and you think that's great?
Well, if it's Stinky Socks, then this is really good. Another thing about with like the planet, like fighting planet, some theories also are like, because you know how our oceans are like 70% undiscovered or unexplored.
Yeah, I guess that. Yeah.
Another theory is like a lot of these water-based planets, there could be civilization deep down in where we just can't see.
I always wondered, like, how do they get so much information from a telescope, you know? Like, that always blows my mind, just looking out in outer space, like, that planet there has this and this and this, and it's just crazy.
What if we are a universe inside of a universe like Men in Black?
Yeah.
There's theories like that, like...
Oh,
I think it's like what Elon Musk is going for. Like they were all just like, is it Elon Musk? Some big guy. So we're all just a computer simulation.
Oh, which I guess that's kind of a universe within a universe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Tutti. That's. Did I eat the right one?
I don't know. Is it good?
I guess it's Tutti Frutti. Oh, so I had Stinky Socks the other day. I don't know. It wasn't like awful, so I wasn't sure. I was like, ah. But yeah, I've heard that theory, especially like they said if we are living in a simulation, it means like the real world must be extremely boring.
Oh no, I don't want this one.
Peach and barf. Extraterrestrial will be looking down at us, be like, man, look at these guys.
Yeah, this poor
They're
guy.
torturing themselves.
I think that's strawberry. I think it's this one.
All right, what's the craziest theory you've ever heard?
They're all pretty crazy. One I was reading, it's called like the Dark Knight satellite or the Dark satellite or something about satellite. That basically there was a satellite out orbiting us from aliens that the CIA and the government shot down.
Mm.
So there has been people looking out for us, but we just shot it down already. I think it's this one.
I mean, I'd shoot it down too.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Just hit it. It's a UFO.
That's Peach. We're good.
I don't know. So I guess the craziest one that I've heard, which I mean, at one point it wasn't crazy, but by today's standards it kind of is, is like aliens from Mars kind of thing. Because I think of like some of the other ones, I'm like, well, you know, it's kind of plausible. It's possible to be part of like a universe within a universe, part of a simulation kind of thing. But aliens from Mars, I think at this point it's fair to say that aliens never were on Mars. Although they say Mars was once like Earth, but I'm really kind of curious how true that is anymore.
Yeah.
And then so actually that was branching off of that. I've heard that we are, I guess you would call us like aliens. Mm-hmm. That we are not from this planet, and that is why we are so different from all the other species.
Yeah.
And I think octopus are from a different planet too, or something.
Octopus are from a different planet.
Yeah, And it sounds so crazy, but then like you kind of get into it, and you're like, maybe I don't know. I'm not an expert, but I've heard these kind of things. I'm like,
there's just so many different rumors and theories about alien life and whatnot.
And if you jump down that rabbit hole, like after a while, you start believing.
I was looking last night,
like
it was just so many different theories. Like there's the one where it's like basically aliens just don't want to bother us. They're just like, they're not worth our time. Let them do whatever.
You got to think about like our species too. So as we become more evolved, do we really want to mess with other animals?
Yeah,
because like I mean,
that's basically what it is.
We're like, no, that species flourish in their own habitat.
So like basically, like we could basically be an extinct species.
Man, I'm getting lucky. It's another Tutti Frutti.
Or is it dirty socks? Do you know? Really?
Well, it's not dirty socks. I can tell this time.
So yeah, it's like they could just be like, maybe we're extinct. Like maybe there used to be planets on planets of human civilization, but maybe it's some weird thing like elephant poachers type stuff, where like the elephants are all endangered, and maybe that's sort of what's going on with us now.
They're like,
so aliens are sort of protecting us, and like there used to be a bunch of different planets. Because I mean, scientists have dated the Earth to be around for billions of years, but who knows what actually could have happened throughout there. That time period.
So it's kind of interesting, and I'm not gonna get like too religious on this podcast, but this episode. But then how like some of those. What are you doing? He's
I got
cheating.
peach and barf again. I don't want peach or barf again.
But like if you look at ancient literature, particularly in religious books and stuff, they talk about events happening within our civilization, right? Mm-hmm. Like the Great Flood. There's been like things to prove that has happened at some point in our life, and it's kind of crazy to think like if we can like pull like all these different like books out and like try to put together a history of what happened here. I wonder how much we like discover about like our solar system. He's chewing. He's thinking. Is it good?
It's peach.
Okay. Wow, you're getting lucky on that one.
It took a second for the flavor to actually come through.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, there's been a lot of different mass extinctions. Yeah.
And then it's funny because like for the longest time, like they couldn't exactly prove certain ones. Like I always wondered, like, is that what? I wonder if the Ice Age lasted as long as people say they did. Like, what if like it kind of did, but then like something happened that accelerated it?
Move this chair.
Because I mean, like if we go extinct today, right? Mm-hmm. And then 1,000 years later, someone looks back at our history, would they see the imprint that we left, or would it look like a giant alteration that just changed?
It depends.
Like, I mean, would they see like, oh, something happened there, we don't know what?
It really just depends on how bad the event was. I mean, that's one thing I also read, and it sort of makes sense because originally the Earth was just one big continent. They're theorized.
Oh yeah, the Pangea.
Yeah, but then maybe we had civilization there that reached to a point where like we are now, but then something happened, like extinction or a man-made event.
Pangea is crazy.
That just basically destroyed the planets. Basically destroyed that continent and separated it. We don't know.
I think this is it.
And you think at that point, I mean, a lot of the stuff would be buried, sort of gone, and then billions of years, something can't last. Billions. Oh, you got a nasty one, huh?
Or I just got egg, or not egg, but popcorn.
Oh, is this popcorn again?
I don't like popcorn.
Gross face on popcorn.
I don't like it. Yeah, well, I always wonder that.
Yeah,
it'd be kind of cool though if I know they're talking about going to Mars. Mm-hmm. We can get there and figure out like the history of Mars because they think there is water there.
Well, we can't even figure out the history of Earth. But I mean, all these different people like swear that aliens helped build the pyramids.
Yeah,
and then there's a lot of just like
there's also other theories on how the pyramids got built.
Yeah, mammoths helped out.
Mm-hmm. I recently heard Mercury. Yeah, I guess you can use mercury as a way to help levitate stone, which I was just told this from like a person, so I don't know how the validity of it, but I was like, that's an interesting theory. Like I don't know how all that works, but that'd be like if ancient Egyptians could figure that out, why is it taking us so long to figure that out?
They're smarter than juicy pear and booger. Gotta go with booger again.
Yeah. Gotta eat the booger. It'll be weird if one day we decide to leave our solar system. Yeah, I mean it's kind of like a concept kind of thing, but like going to the moon and going to Mars, that's one thing. But to completely leave our solar system, that's booger.
Again.
Ooh, what's that called?
Tastes so gross.
When you're afraid of space, emptiness. That's like a legit fear, right? Well, I mean, it is a legit fear, but they actually have a term for it, I think. He's like dying over here. I'm like trying to press on. We don't need dead air.
That booger's like the nastiest one I've ever tasted.
I want booger.
No, you don't.
Birthday cake. It better be birthday cake. What?
That's right, Lee. It's pointed at me.
Oh yeah.
So you pointed the camera at the better looking one.
Yeah.
He's friends of mine. Yeah, I don't know what that's called, the fear of space, but I mean, I think inevitably what we want to do is...
I can never get birthday cake. I'm really mad.
Inevitably, I think the goal is to be able to basically colonize astrophobia. Thank you.
Astrophobia? Oh, okay.
But I mean, the goal is to eventually colonize other planets, find a livable planet. Because I mean, we're in the process of basically using up all our resources here on Earth.
Yeah, well, I mean that makes sense.
So then we're gonna have to basically go find a new place. But
like, okay, so when I was a kid, it was always like the open waters and the open outer space that like terrified me. I hated those games. Mm-hmm. I mean, I loved them because I love outer space, but like playing in it, like just being floating, just oh my god, I hated that feeling.
Strawberry.
So like, if someone was like, "Hey man, we're going to another solar system," I'd be like, I'm going to bed. You're gonna put me in hypersleep, and
I'd be excited for it, just to see what's out there.
Yeah. So okay, this is something interesting that I've been thinking about lately. So there's been talk about going to Mars, right? And
That's strawberry banana.
you're like happy about that. And one of the things that I've been thinking about is communication, right? Mm-hmm. On Earth, we can stream and record and send these messages, not instantaneous, but within a couple seconds, you know? Mm-hmm. But if you were to want to send those same messages to Mars, right? Like you have a family member at Mars, it would take a couple minutes to send.
Couple minutes? I mean, probably a couple years.
No. I'm talking about like just straight up like speed of light. Just if you were like send a light signal or something. I don't know. I'm thinking like on Earth how we managed to send like the speeds that we have here.
Yeah.
But like that'd be crazy. Like sending a text and you'd be waiting minutes for it to receive.
Yeah. Right.
Versus like here it's instantaneous. Like I don't know. I think we would hit. Civilization would be taking a step back from that.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see how that would work.
I think teleportation needs to come a thing at that point, so you can teleport data from planet to planet.
You can't teleport the data. I mean, who cares about moving us? We just got to move. Which actually, I saw something. They actually have started the process.
I keep hitting the same thing over and over.
Yeah, go flip another one. It's fine.
All right, cool.
You hit butter popcorn like 10 times.
No, I want something different.
Juicy pear or booger. There you go.
Okay.
Get the booger. That thing's disgusting. But no, they just made some progress in being able to teleport data.
Oh wait, what?
Yep.
Teleport
data. I mean, it was basically like a little microprocessor type deal, or a bunch of different little processors that were close by, but they were able to teleport the data. I read something about it. You got the booger. See how disgusting that is? It is so gross.
No.
So I think the teleportation of datas were getting pretty close to that because they just had a little breakthrough with it. It's so disgusting.
It really is.
It's the nastiest one I've ate.
I'm trying to keep a straight face. I'm like, it's in my nose.
But
yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. I know they've been like trying to.
Yeah, they actually had something work.
How do they do that?
I don't know. Magic?
That's how we explain how airplanes fly.
Magic.
Magic. Pure fucking magic.
That's all it is.
There's this picture on one of our walls. It shows an airplane, and it just arrows point to different sections of the airplane. Magic, magic, more magic. This is how this all works.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. It was either like teleportation or a kind of warp drive.
Mm-hmm.
Which, again, there's a lot of theories about warp drives. Like, if you were to go through a warp drive, you come out the other end, and it would feel like seconds for you, but years for someone else. I don't entirely understand that.
No.
So, like, I get, like, for some reason everybody agrees on that, but I don't get why.
Yeah. Well, there's like a... It reminds me of the hyperbolical time chamber, Dragon Ball Z, where they go in the chamber, it's a full year, but in real life, it's only a day. So you're in this sort of vacuum space for a year.
I get you now.
But when you come out, it's only been like a day.
The testing chamber, right?
Yeah, where they train. They go and train for the day. They can only use it like 3 times in their lifetime.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Like, that always puzzled me. I'd be afraid to warp drive at that point, you know? End up on the other side, and then your family members are dead. But you're the same age.
Yeah. But then it's like the whole process of freezing bodies to take them into space, you know? So
Walt Disney's Frozen, right?
That's what they say. But what is like the Outer Worlds? Like the whole concept of that. You played that for a little bit, right?
I played like 10 minutes worth. Oh, so off tangent with that. I played the recent half-cast I posted of the PC.
Uh-huh.
I actually recorded a bunch of gameplay for that. Played Outer Worlds for a second. I ended up cutting it because the gameplay seemed out of place. But yeah, anyways, go on.
I think we're out of this one.
Probably.
Oh, nope, there's one.
Oh,
One in there.
I still got booger in my mouth. I gotta get something else going.
Oh, they smell so horrible when you open these packets.
So I always had this weird question in my head. Star Wars, right? There's a lot of aliens, but there's also a lot of humans. And I was like, what if we went to another planet and there was more humans instead of like straight up? Well, I mean, I guess they'd be considered aliens, but they're not like your typical aliens. They look like us. Okay,
so this wasn't the Tutti Frutti, so it's got to be the stinky socks, but it really don't taste bad.
That's what I was saying, man. Like, I was like, I don't know if this is bad or not.
Like, I get a hint of grossness, but it's really not that bad compared to other things I've eaten.
That'd be weird, like, just, like, get on another planet and you see your own people, and you'd be like, what? Like, how long have you guys been here? Like, did we space travel at some point?
The original.
Or, like, just for some reason, a species will develop as, like, a human such form.
Or there's other planets create human-like life form.
Yeah, like, that'd be crazy.
Because I mean, you always think like aliens as these weird, there's the common sort of green, slender.
Yes, because they found one, right?
Supposedly. But then you think all these different sci-fi, and there are all these different, types of aliens. And it's like, what an alien would actually look like? Would they look more human-like?
Please don't be rotten egg.
Be rotten egg.
There's popcorn.
Again.
I'm getting lucky with the popcorn, but I don't
Unless
like
popcorn.
They're all
just taste the same.
Maybe.
But another interesting theory with like aliens, though, since we're on aliens now, is that they could be walking among us, but they're just a different dimension. They're like 4D, so we can't see them. Like basically, they could be one right next to us, but we would not be able to see them, no matter how because we cannot see that dimension they're in.
That'd be weird.
Because like at 3D, we can see 2D, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That. But like we wouldn't be able to see 4D.
That'd be interesting. Yeah.
Because it's like, if you're looking at like 2D graphics or whatever, they're sort of flat. It'd be like a piece of paper.
But paper's not 2D.
But then, well, I mean, it's just the concept.
Yeah. No,
but then if we're looking at it, like this, you can see it. But if it's like this.
I love how you show the camera.
Yeah, I'm showing the camera. It'd be hard to see. We wouldn't really be able to see it.
I actually have a theory about dimensions. I believe... Okay, I don't believe, but I am skeptical, or I have an idea that
You spin weak, bro.
yes,
You need to get your spin game on.
I know. Don't take me to the casino. But like, what if we live in a multi-dimension universe, right? Where if you, let's say you zoom out of this universe, and the universe is one dimension, right? Then you zoom in, and then you see the universe a little closer, and it's 2 dimension. You come in on Earth, it's 3 dimension. And then you zoom down to the microscopic level, and you enter a 4-dimensional universe. And then, I don't know, it was something that kind of I thought about, because I know a lot of the universe actually kind of goes into a 2-dimensional kind of plane, but I mean, it is still 3-dimensional. So I was like, I wonder if like we just kept going, expanding, like size means the dimension.
I can't tell if this is dog food or chocolate pudding. I don't know if that's bad or not.
I mean, I've eaten a dog biscuit before, and it was actually pretty good.
There are some decent dog treats.
Yeah, I was being dumb. I was like, I gotta try this. And I ate it, and I was like, oh, it's actually not bad.
I think it's dog food, but I can't fully tell.
All right, fine. I'll get my spin game on. Oh, that's a good. Oh no, strawberry banana smoothie or dead fish. All right. Yeah, that's something I just came up with once, and I was like, you know what, that might be plausible.
Good job.
Yeah, it's better. It looks a lot like the peach and barf, so
yeah,
I'm like struggling here. I'm like, which one is it? I think it's this one that looks like it has no spots on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's dead fish. I don't know. The multi-dimension thing throws me off, though.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen those 4D viewers? They have certain apps that actually try to show you what a 4D object is.
Yeah.
But obviously it's on a 2D screen in a 3D model. But you sit there and you turn the 4D object, and it bends all weird, and it throws me off.
No skunk in this package.
Oh, that's gross.
Dead fish?
It was dead fish. It wasn't like chewing the back of my mouth. It was fine, but the moment it touched my tongue, it was like.
So any other interesting theories dealing with? So I read a bunch of them. There's some very interesting ones, just for, I guess, life out of the Earth.
Yeah.
And like, there's a few that are like, they're just too far away. They're like these basic ones. Then there's one that like, there's just basically, they all started when we started. We all like sort of started together. It's basically like a great race to be the first to be able to actually communicate. So basically,
What?
all these different inhabitable planets sort of all started around the same time. And they've all sort of went through similar events. So now we're just all sort of like, each civilization is just sort of racing to be the first to interact. So we could be top and no one else has reached the level we're at yet. Or, we're all pretty close and we're all just sort of getting to that point where we can't communicate with each other.
I always wondered that, like, what if we are the most advanced species in the universe?
Yeah, there is other species, but they're just like, they're just not as advanced as us yet. They're still progressing. Like, they could still be in sort of like the Middle Ages,
Yeah.
where we have somehow gotten to where we are before them.
Well, like, nobody likes to think of, because they always think of either it's almost impossible. I can't say it's impossible because there always has to be something that's leading in something. And we might be leading in intellectual, right? We can be the most advanced species in the universe. And I was like, I mean, the probability of that's pretty slim, but like that could still be a thing. That'd be crazy. What'd you get?
I grabbed the juicy pear on accident, but it's a booger.
Oh. How'd you make that up or mess that up?
They look the same to me.
No. Oh.
This is like the fourth booger I've grabbed. They are so gross.
You just keep messing up. You had a chance to have something different. All right, I'm gonna. Oh man, I hope this is a good one. He's dying over here.
Sorry, it got stuck in my throat.
Is the podcast
stuck
gonna
in my
end because
throat.
you're gonna puke?
No, it just got stuck in my throat there for a second. Oh, that's so disgusting. That's like the worst thing I've ever eaten in my life.
Maybe they do all taste the same because I'm pretty sure there's popcorn again.
Ugh.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like we've been learning a lot about outer space here recently, so
Yeah.
it'd be crazy what we learn in like 5 or 10 more years.
Mm.
You heard about Voyager?
Voyager, like Star Trek?
No. Like the spaceship.
Yeah.
I think it's on basically its last limb. This is kind of crazy.
Oh, that's it.
It's
So
taught
they
us
went
a
out.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Voyager 1 and 2. So at some point that's going to go bye-bye. But I wonder if we're going to come out with a newer ship to send out that's like even faster so we can get it even further and send signals better.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We are the universe that Thanos snapped us to.
Oh, so Thanos snapped.
Yeah, so the Avengers were real. That's based off. That's actually based off of real stories.
That's what happened. So the Egyptians got snapped out of here.
Dr. Seuss had it right, and Horton here's a who. We are a speck. We are a speck. We don't even know what's out there.
We're the biggest speck in my eyes.
Yeah.
But I'm also like part of that speck, so.
Yeah.
All right, is there anything else you want to bring up in this topic or
How long have we been on for?
I don't know. I don't have a timer. I figured it's been a hot minute. I mean, we've been trying to slim it down to 30 to 40 minutes. He's like,
You know, the space police is a new thing, right? Oh, yeah, dude, I'm joining the Space Patrol.
oh, the Space Force.
Yeah, I'm joining Space Force when that comes up.
Actually, I did get an email about that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Lucky.
Well, I mean, that's
Well,
part
you're-
of being in the Air Force.
Yeah.
Although I didn't read it because I was like, I'm probably going to be Air Force for life. I'm probably too far in.
Yeah.
Like, I can't see them wanting to retrain someone who's been Air Force for like 8+ years, you know? They're probably like, nah, we want someone newer who's going to
So we're
be a
about
bit
40
longer.
minutes.
Okay.
But there's this fun. Keep going. You just like want us watch us eat these nasty jelly beans. Okay, back to the chocolate pudding or canned dog
that's
food.
a new one.
That's what I had last. The one before the last accident barf one. Hope it's chocolate pudding this time.
Man, oh man, oh man. I think this is going to be the podcast for now on. We'll just play a game and talk about something.
Okay, this is chocolate pudding. This is good.
Oh, he's happy. He's happy.
There is a difference between the dog food and the chocolate pudding. There's a huge
Oh.
difference. This tastes more like a Tootsie
Okay,
Roll.
hold on. I got to spin game.
Feature bar.
Yeah, it's on par.
We haven't landed on the berry blue yet. Or the toasted marshmallow.
Have you ever heard of here I decided to stop eating before I barf. Have you ever heard about like the whole history of like Atlantis and
Yeah.
like that's actually not bad.
Gotta be the peach then?
It's yeah. But like what happened to it, or at least the theories behind it, like fell into the sea, and then
Yeah.
that whole area used to be luscious green.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I always wonder like if at some point Earth is gonna like turn into a desert.
Find evidence of Atlantis, or at least something that they could be considered Atlantis. Now, what I think, which it made me think, because I was looking into all the different, like the water, basically the theory that aliens exist in these planets under the water that we can't see, because they could survive through all the harsh treatment. So it's basically like merfolk type people or creatures.
What?
Yeah, basically like the aliens are out in the planets. Like I think one was like when they actually was able to go past Pluto and get a view of it. It's mostly a water planet, like ice and stuff. But underneath that ice and whatnot, the theory is, and there's a couple other planets and moons that are like this.
What, like a Death Star?
What it is, just like basically they're like merfolk, like water creatures living inside the water.
On an
So there's,
ice
like-
rock.
Well, underneath the ice, underneath the ice. So like if we were able to go there and melt the ice, there'd be water like underneath the ice.
Picturing like aliens like diverting this thing and trying to drive it.
Yeah. But it's just like I think like, well, you know, Atlantis, maybe Atlantis was always sunken, but it was like these aliens that got to us first.
Oh,
You know, this is something that I was thinking about as I was reading about the like underwater planet culture civilization things.
you call them merfolk?
Merfolk.
Merfolk.
Well, like mermaid, merman. You know,
Okay,
merfolk.
that's what I was thinking, but I was like, is that an actual term for 'em, or are you just inventing
merfolk.
that yourself?
No, it's merfolk.
Okay. I was like, maybe he's just making this up. I don't know.
Now, it is 2020, and there was that guy that theorized that in 2020, aliens would. He supposedly came from the future, so aliens would come to the planet in 2020, bring peace, and we would live in harmony with aliens. And he predicted a bunch of other stuff too.
Oh, is Trump an alien? Think of like their re-election and eventually just like, I'm an alien. Just
yeah. But then it's like, yeah, there's that guy who like says aliens are gonna hit us here soon. They're gonna come by and we're gonna be peaceful with them, and they're gonna create long living peace within the world. And then we'll mate with aliens and have alien babies.
Does that work? Because I mean, you can't mate with an animal and make a special breed, can you?
Have you ever heard of centaur? I mean, it just depends on the aliens. I mean, when I think of other civilization, I think, you know, how we were created, you know, the whole Big Bang, and then we just sort of evolved, you know, that's what theory, the evolution going process, where we've just sort of adapted and evolved throughout, you know, the billions of years or whatever.
Yeah.
If that's what, if you believe in the evolution theory. Then I gotta imagine other planets go through that. You know, other planets go through the same sort of process. I'm sure they would be adapt differently to their planet.
Oh yeah.
But I imagine we'd be at least sort of similar in a sense, you know?
Enough to breed?
Potentially. Like I just see like aliens being like, my personal view, like aliens would just be like maybe a different sort of like humans, but maybe smaller, or maybe naturally taller, or just depending on their, you know, how their planet is. So maybe
I'm thinking of like Alien, like the movie.
Yeah.
That's how they breed. They drop an egg inside of you.
It's like maybe their planet's a lot colder, so they're more hairy, you know, compared to like how ours, you know, we sort of rotate and we got. You know.
Do you have a fantasy of mating with the hairy alien?
No, I'm just.
Come here, Wookiee.
I'm just getting an idea of like, you know, everything being, you know, evolution wise, they would adapt to their planet, and depending on what their planet's climate is, would basically evolve to sort of adapt to that climate. And so I just imagine they probably have animals and stuff similar to us.
And we seem to be going bald.
Yeah.
Which I don't get that. Why are we going bald?
It's too hot.
We're so
global warming.
Global warming, that's why?
Global warming is getting too hot. It's all that hairspray we used back in like the 70s. Our parents used too much hairspray and it's making us bald.
That makes sense. It's funny you brought up Big Bang Theory, and there's this video that talked about like all the holes in the theory. I wish I watched that prior to this. That would have been good stuff.
We are the aliens. See, that sort of goes back to the original theory to where, like, you know, this is somebody over there. So we might be aliens, and we were sent to Earth so that we wouldn't become extinct. We are the aliens.
Yeah,
well, that's like
that
back to where you know, they're just sort of protecting us because we're going extinct. So they sort of put us on here to help us.
Why don't any of us remember?
It's because anyone who would remember is dead.
But like,
and then they tried to write the stuff, but we kept just ignoring it, thinking, "Oh,
they must have sent the retards here or something."
Yeah, probably. The dumbest stuff, the dumb survived.
You know what? We got to do something with these people. Just put them on a planet.
They kept the smart ones. They kept the smart ones.
Because like
our memory's been wiped. Yeah. Maybe they wiped our memories.
There's been talks of like there once being a vast amount of knowledge that just kind of disappeared at one point.
Well, they're like our brains. I mean, there's so much potentials in the brains that could potentially be unlocked. That, you know, maybe it's all deja vu.
You know, so that's what's weird because we have unlocked parts of our brain quite a bit. Mm-hmm. So like, I mean, I was watching some older people do certain things, and I noticed, like my grandpa, he's extremely good at remembering small details, which is weird. But like I guess because he's really into like reading, and he would travel and like obtain all this knowledge and stuff. Like I guess he just never lost the ability to just remember stuff very well. So like if like kids these days, they seem to kind of have a hard time remembering stuff. They have to write stuff down, or they just have like their phone. So I think we're just kind of we got these devices to do it for us that we're starting to dedicate into different areas.
So we're just gonna get stupider now that everything else.
Oh, maybe. I think we're probably just losing certain abilities to obtain other ones.
Yeah. I mean, I see that.
I mean, I can't game very well. Like if you were asking me to play a game, like I'm not very twitchy. But I wonder if like the next generation of people will be very twitchy because of all the gaming.
Oh, everything's just gonna be on YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah.
Everything on YouTube and Twitch.
I don't know. That'd be kind of interesting though. Like to look back at the people back in the day and see where they were advanced in that we just probably can't compete with anymore.
Yeah.
Except for art, they can't seem to do art.
Well, maybe that is art. Maybe like the cavemen, like they had it. They were right. They had it right.
Just little doodles. Like there we go.
Yeah, they had it right. Now we're here. We just destroyed everything.
It's our art's
They were
too,
peak
too
civilization,
specific.
and we're just going downhill from them. What about that?
Whoa.
What if
time is in reverse?
or like the whole Benjamin Button thing? So like
Yeah.
we're basically.
Maybe the
Yeah,
end
so-
of time we're supposed to go back in the womb and shrink back.
You come from the dirt, old. You arrive from the earth. You just get picking up out of your coffin, and then you awaken as an old man, and you just live your life younger and younger and younger and younger until you go into it.
You know what? It sounds crazy because it's not really what we're used to, but it's possible. Okay.
It's just another theory.
What if
of the
there's a
universe.
species
the
that's like
mystery
that
of
out
the
there?
universe?
There's
Well,
like
there's
another...
like what seahorses that can be both male and female at any given time.
Well, actually, I did think about seahorses when you were talking about mating with another alien. I was like, man, what if like we have to mate with a male alien because like their organs are completely different? Although we probably wouldn't call them male, but still.
Yeah.
I was like, that'd be kind of weird. Like
It could go like how the Japanese do it, like the octopus things, where they the weird.
Oh.
Yeah, that stuff. That stuff.
Oh, you said Japanese thing, so I was like, is this another theory? But then I was like, no, he's
Nope.
talking about manga and anime and
Yep,
freaking hentai.
the hentai stuff with the octopuses and whatever.
I'm sorry, I'm a little slow today. I know it's not my go, but I'm going.
Oh, we're going.
Yeah, there's a new one.
The chocolate pudding.
Oh man, I'm so excited.
Hope it's the dog food.
I don't see this.
We haven't done that in a minute. Yeah, we totally got sidetracked.
I don't see it.
There wasn't too. There's a couple in there.
Oh, this looks. Oh, it's. I thought it was black, not brown.
well, it's
Okay.
brown.
All right.
I'm trying to think of other potential theories.
I don't know. I have a lot of like thought process on stuff like this, but a lot of it's kind of going into just tech related. What'd you get?
I'm getting the same, like the
Get it.
same too.
Get it.
I'm trying to find there. Toasted marshmallow or stink bug.
That was dog food,
That's-
which isn't like terrible, but I tell it's not. It's not chocolate pudding.
oh, you'll know if it's chocolate pudding.
You're like, oh, yeah, it's.
Wanted to try a new one. So toasted marshmallow or stink bug. I think that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's stink bug.
Oh, stink bug.
It's almost bad as a booger. Like it's not horrible, but
All right, so let's go ahead and close this podcast out,
all right.
and let's talk about the things on our wall. I know you need to get more stuff. You're
I do.
mentioning it, but I do like what's on there, and I'm kind of curious about why you picked some of the things.
Okay.
So, do you want me to go first
You go
while
first.
you try to not puke? All right. So for those out there who are just listening, I'm going to try and describe what's going on with my side of the wall. For the YouTubers out there and the people who are listening to the stream, you can actually, the stream can't see what's going on. I'm afraid to move my phone because I might fall. So you're going to have to just listen to me too. Anyways, on my wall, which we recently got these new shelves up, we got a couple things. On the bottom shelf, I got a bunch of tech-related stuff. Mainly, it's my motherboard, my CPU cooler, and my RAM. It's just from my first PC build ever, so I was like, that's got to go up on my wall. Then I got a half-pulled-apart battery, which is for my gimbal, and I couldn't seem to get it fixed. It's been sitting on my desk over there, and I was like, you know what? I'll put it there just because I like to be a little hands-on with some electronic. Same with the Raspberry Pi that's with it. Above that shelf, I got the PlayStation, which was a big deal for me when I was growing up. I really liked the first PlayStation, so I had to put that on there. Now, that's the wifey's PlayStation and her games. My stuff is actually with my brother, so I couldn't put that up there. But I was like, you know what? Let me put this up there. And then next to those is actually my first headphones ever bought out of basic training.
All right.
Those are my Bose. They were awesome for the time, but as I've improved and got new headphones, they're actually pretty crappy. But I had to keep them. And then above that is actually a lot of nooks and crannies. So I got some little bobbleheads, a little metal boat. You actually put it all together. I think it's an erector set. Mm-hmm. I think that's the brand. I know there's some off-brand ones. I don't think this is an off-brand one. And then I have one of the computer chips. I can't remember what that one's for. My dad gave me a bunch of them. But he was helping me out with developing a server. So he was like, hey, you should try this and this and this. I'm like, all right, well, I'll probably use this stuff. I don't know much about that. And then finally, I have a tablet, which I was using to learn and get my AMP license, which I never did get, but it's there. So that is my wall, and that is why I got some of those things up there. I hope to eventually put actually more significant kind of things, but
Yeah.
All right, what you got on your wall?
So top shelf has got some bobbleheads.
You got some bobbleheads, yep.
I got the Fallout Boy,
Which is cool.
Groot. I got the Mega Man head. I got Rocket the Raccoon. I got Master Chief, Doc, and then Han Solo.
That's Han Solo?
I think so.
Oh, from the new
Got the gun.
episode 7?
It's from older.
Oh. Okay, his hair just throwing me off.
This is gray.
Yeah.
And then we got the greatest game of all time, Final Fantasy VII.
Which is funny because Final Fantasy VII is
the first
showing
one
on
in
mine.
Then we have South Park, the VHS, South Park, bigger, longer, and uncut, because that is amazing. South Park's just the greatest thing in the world. Then we have a Red Bull can.
I was actually curious about that.
Pac-Man themed.
Oh.
It's a Pac-Man can. It's not opened,
Okay.
but Pac-Man, Red Bull. It was a little thing going on there a while. The opening thingy, the tab,
Yeah.
has a code for some game, a
Oh.
Pac-Man game for some
Never
levels.
redeemed it?
No. I bought another one to redeem. I never actually redeemed it.
Fair enough.
And a Pokeball. And then we have...
Is there anything in it?
No.
No? Okay.
And we have a green LED computer fan. It was on my first custom PC.
Okay.
Giant, huge green LED fan.
Nice.
Then we have a just ancient mouse.
That is an ancient mouse. Well, you found it.
I found it when I went to the computer factory way back then. It was a box of stuff that they were throwing away, and I was just sort of skimming through it, and I found that. I'm like, that is cool. I will never use it, but that just looks so cool. And then we have the Japanese Smash Bros, which you guys got me.
Yeah.
And I'll get some more stuff
I
out
got
there.
from one of my buddies.
I just was trying to figure out the space I was gonna have.
Yeah. Did it wobble too much when you put everything on, or?
No, not too bad.
Okay.
When I put the Red Bull can on, I was a little nervous, but
I was a little nervous too putting my stuff on, but I mean, I got some weight on there, and as you can tell, it's holding. So
yeah.
yeah. So I built these shelves recently, and I didn't use the best material, so I wasn't sure if it was gonna go well.
Yeah.
Luckily, it did though.
Good.
Hopefully, but yeah. So before we close out, here's a couple theory or ideas I want to do with this wall.
Okay.
I'm gonna run it by you real quick because I haven't done that yet.
All right.
So I was thinking on the top and bottom portion of this panel thing, we can have acoustic panels, and then RGB lights around the shelves, and in the center I wanted to put our logo there.
I can dig it.
You dig it?
I dig it.
I wasn't sure if like you're like, no man, we should put like more shelves here so we can do this kind of stuff.
No, I mean we'd always replace stuff on the shelves, like just every now and then, sort of switch the stuff out.
I don't know. I do want to get more lights though, because these ones I'm like, they need to move at some point.
No, I like that idea. I think it's good.
So happy. Yeah. One of our episodes, I think 4. We got a compliment about our background to our podcast, and I was like, they're like, yeah, man, I really like how you had stuff in the background and stuff.
They like the logo idea.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Eventually, I've actually been looking online for stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, some people really liked all the background stuff. So I was like, man, we gotta get these shelves up. We can actually put little trinkets so we can look at it and they can see what we like and our interests. And I was actually thinking about jacking those posters.
Yeah.
But I really like them over there. It kind of had something to my
You're right
area.
there. Yeah.
But all right, so this is I just bumped my knee right into it. I'm like a little closer to the table this time. This has been another episode with Brothers by Law. We hope to get this up. Was it
Another week?
the 10th? No. When's next Monday? No, not tomorrow.
Well,
We got another
tomorrow.
episode.
Tomorrow is the 6th. So 7, 8, 9.
I'm
10,
looking at the
11,
wrong
12,
camera again.
13, 13th or 14th,
Yes.
something like that.
No, 13th. Yes, because
13th.
the 14th is a Tuesday.
All right.
I got a
13th.
dresser coming in on Tuesday, so. What? Yeah.
Somebody who likes our original logo.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, so
He's like reading the comments.
Yeah,
so.
I'm just checking out the comments, seeing how
There's
many
comments
viewers we got.
coming in.
Viewers coming in and out.
Which is gonna be kind of weird because the same episode we post up later.
Yeah.
We should be seeing the same thing again, but I mean.
So we may have less views on it, but we're getting a little more action live.
Yeah.
Getting,
I don't know. It's kind of cool to do a little behind the scenes.
Live. Yeah, I like the live.
Well, I just got to figure it out because I don't want to keep doing this. I want to do that camera at some point.
We'll have to do some definitely tweaking around and get it fixed, but it's definitely fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so as always, go ahead. You can follow us if you want to. Going to listen to us. Go ahead. We're based on any podcast site out there. Just look at Brothers by Law, and you'll find us. Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcast. I use a Google Podcast platform called Podcast Go. We're on there.
Oh, okay. But that just uses what?
From Google Podcast. It just takes it from Google Podcast. You can find us on Twitter at Brothers by Law. We're on Facebook at Brothers by Law Podcast and at Brothers by Law Productions. Go ahead and follow us there. We are at 99 on the podcast page. We need one more.
Yes!
We need one more person to like our podcast page.
You better like my page. You better like it.
Like his page. And then, of course, people watching us live right now on Twitter, Twitch, Twitter, they're the same thing. Go ahead, follow us on Twitch. I do a live stream Monday through Friday, starting around 5 CST.
All 5 days?
Monday through Friday, yep. Holidays sort of screwed me up, but I'm trying to stream every day.
I didn't know that.
So I do like an hour to 2 hours.
I know.
I'm going to try and do more. I would like to put like a lot of hours in because I watched a video on basically a guy trying to copy Ninja. Doing, basically streaming 8 hours a day, and his views jumped dramatically.
Really?
So I was thinking about trying to do that maybe at least for a week or so. But
That's a
lot of streaming. That's a lot of streaming.
That's a lot of time to be sitting.
So yeah, Twitch. Follow us, Brothers by Law. If you're watching on our Twitch stream, make sure to follow us. You'll get updates whenever we go live.
Now, I'm hoping that this episode will actually have a nice little logo on the bottom that shows all the little indicators on where we are.
Yeah.
So if you guys wanted to follow us, you guys can always check the links down below or search Brothers by Law, either spaced out or all crunched together.
We have our YouTube as well, Brothers by Law Productions. We have so much stuff we have to plug.
Yeah, well, no, that's what I'm saying. Just go to the description. We got it down in the description.
Yeah. What he said.
And if you guys want to get started on a podcast, you should check out Buzzsprout. We have an affiliate link for you guys. If you go there, you guys can get a $20 gift card as well as getting started with your podcast. I'm sure everybody out there has got a special idea. This is a lot of fun. You guys should definitely check it out. And with our $20 gift card, we got these wonderful acoustic panels out there. You guys should actually be able to see it this time. Well, yeah, a little bit. But yeah, so you guys can use that for whatever. We used it on Amazon, got those. It's been pretty great. Love this platform. It's actually be able to get our stuff out there to all those platforms for you guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we will catch you guys in the next episode. This has been episode 11, and checking out with you guys. Later.